Holocrons were information storage devices that could fit in the palm of the hand. Many were ornately designed, with many made from a crystalline material. Some had transparent outer shells that allowed their users to perceive their inner mechanisms, and they glowed when activated. Those built by the Jedi were almost always cube-shaped, like the Great Holocron, which was housed in the Jedi archives on Coruscant. Those built by the Sith were almost always pyramid in shape, but they functioned similarly to their Jedi counterparts and contained the ancient secrets of the dark side and the Sith Order. The Holocrons built by the ancient religious group the Dai Bendu contained their unique teachings. Although their function and appearance were similar to the Jedi Holocrons, unlike them, they could be accessed even by the most unskilled Force sensitives. Holocrons acted as repositories of vital, sensitive knowledge and wisdom pertaining to the nature and use of the Force, a mystical energy field that connected all living things in the galaxy. Data playback typically took the form of an interactive hologram, resembling the person who recorded the information. Given the sensitive nature of the lessons they contained, many such devices were equipped with a security mechanism that granted access only to those keenly attuned with the Force. Additionally, many holocrons could only be activated if paired with a specific memory crystal. When the Force was correctly used to open a holocron, it would physically manipulate its various mechanical parts to grant the user access to its data. Each of these individual parts was imbued with the power of the Force and could provide some functionality even if they were removed from the holocron, such as being able to remotely manipulate the data of another holocron or track down the location of certain Force-sensitive individuals. If a Jedi Holocron and Sith Holocron were opened together by a Lightsider and a Darksider, they would fuse and be able to answer any question the user desired. Holocron fusions were incredibly uncommon due to the rarity of having a Lightsider and Darksider work together, and by the Galactic Civil War, knowledge of the practice was mostly lost. The earliest holocrons were attributed to the Dai Bendu, a religious group that were the precursors of the Jedi. Over the centuries, hundreds of Jedi holocrons were made. Valuing those artifacts both for their invaluable lessons and historical significance, the Jedi kept them in the Great Jedi Library on Ossus and in the archives of the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. The most valuable specimens were locked away in the restricted Holocron Vault. During the Clone Wars, Cad Bane executed a daring heist to steal one of these artifacts from the vault. After Darth Sidious founded the Galactic Empire and ordered the Great Jedi Purge, holocrons became scarce remnants of a bygone era. However, Imperial agents trained in the dark side of the Force, such as the Jedi Hunting Inquisitors and Darth Vader, occasionally sought both Jedi and Sith holocrons in hopes of obtaining information that would aid in the destruction of their adversaries. Sometime after the Clone Wars, Gracchus the Hutt obtained a number of Jedi holocrons that he kept on Nar Shaddaa. These were later taken by Darth Vader to further impede possible Jedi training, as the knowledge contained within would make it possible to teach a skilled Force user to become a Jedi, even without a master to properly train them. By the time of the New Republic era, when Luke Skywalker had trained his own students in the Jedi arts, he had holocrons at his Jedi Temple. Skywalker made use of the holocrons frequently and regularly used them to teach one of his students, Hennix. Doc Ondar sold Jedi and Sith holocrons at his Den of Antiquities in Black Spire Outpost on the Outer Rim world of Batuu, located in Galaxy's Edge. Interestingly enough, holocrons were not actually created by George Lucas, and originally were created for the Dark Horse comic series Star Wars Dark Empire. Following Disney buying LucasArts, the new first canon appearance of holocrons take place in the Season 2 of the animated show Star Wars The Clone Wars. Unlike other things, like Kyber crystals, which had their lore massively changed, the basic function and history of holocrons has remained largely unchanged after the purchase by Disney.